Peace, beautiful people. It is I, your friendly neighborhood ImahX. Anyway, okay, it is I, your friendly neighborhood ImahX. What the hell, Beyonce? Alright, back with today's edition of the Riff, aka the Vibe Guide. Your vibe guide for, what's going on in your life, and also just energies in general. Thanks for coming to check in. Shout out to everyone who won the contest. Now, the video got absolutely no traction on TikTok. We're just gonna keep that 100. Now, no traction on TikTok. It's because I threw off my algorithm by, not posting when I was supposed to. So the TikTok overlords, just did not put me in you guys' feed. And, these things happen. So we will come back to it, but shout out to the people who won on other platforms. So we are going to go ahead and get our 528 hertz tuning fork. I'm sorry, it's been a day. I was on set earlier. That's why I couldn't get this to you guys in the morning, because I had to be on set at 7 a.m. So now we are out here. We're finna get it. So tuning fork. Excellent. So I hope everybody had an awesome weekend, and we're just gonna dive right into it. Most high ancestors, angel guides, spirit guides of our collective. What messages do you have for us to guide us that are most relevant to our collective, to the to navigate like Nami? You know what I'm saying? Dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. And lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Okay, so I love these two in tandem, because my question was, bring a gentle touch to what? And it's the world that we are dreaming into being. Every day you wake up and you make decisions about who you want to be. Every action that you take is, adding into your character. It's adding into your lore, if that's how you want to think about, but it's all determining what your story is going to be. And also what your future is going to be. Because as you make these decisions and you make these steps, you are forging certain paths, and you are, eliminating other ones. So as we are forging certain paths and as we are dreaming our world into being, we want to make sure they are pleasant dreams. We want to make sure we bring a gentle touch to that. We want to make sure that we are bringing mercy to situations that need it, even though we will potentially have the power to be wrathful within these dynamics. We will have the power to be wrathful, but it would behoove us that's hilarious. That's a word that I just use in general. But it would behoove us, honestly, to take a more gentle approach when we do have the upper hand, when we can, say something to destroy somebody, to just have a little bit of grace, to do unto others as we would really have them do. So like, if we all could imagine the world that we could want, what type of world would it be? Would it be one where, people are compassionate to each other and they work together and there's cooperation, where you can gentle parent because the world is conducive to gentle children and gentle people in general? Or do we want to continue to dream of a world of, where genocides happen routinely? It's just like, where's the genocide this year? Like, do we want to continue to live in these worlds? Because if so, then we continue making decisions in the pathways and the ways that we have been. But if we would like change, it just takes, people think that revolution has to be this big, huge, monumental thing that has to be this violent shift. But in truth, all it takes is just everybody deciding, like, no, we're just not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. And we really have the power to create the reality that we want, even if it is only within small micro pocket communities, even if it's only within your family unit. You can only have control over what you can have control over. But if each of us do our part, how would that look? What would that network look like? You know what I'm saying? If in a world where network is net worth, what would that network look like if everybody was showing up as the best of themselves? And bringing gentleness into the world that they want to create. Because the world, you know, like they say that nature is dog eat dog, but I also just saw a story about how tarantulas like adopt toads, and like they have a symbiotic relationship because the toads basically keep the insects off of the, you know, off of the baby tarantulas, and then like even after the tarantula like still lets the frog live and they just be kicking it. Like, so as much as nature is dog eat dog, nature is also symbiotic and about harmonious, advantageous dynamics. And the world we live in could also be like that if we choose it to be, if we make decisions that allow it to be a safe space for that type of energy, for that type of collaboration, without having to worry about backstabbers or double crossers or people selling you out, or all of the things that we have been taught get in the way, you know, COINTELPRO and all of the things that get in the way of when grassroots movements really just want to self-determine in a way. But at the end of the day, you have to live with the decisions that you're making, and you are creating your world every day. So what type of world do you want it to be? All right, we're going to go ahead and get into our Moonology Jack. Most High, what do you have for us to either add nuance to that message, ancestors, spirit guides? New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. All right, so that's a reinforcement. Do you have anything else for us from this deck? It's going to be one more. Believe in your good luck. Okay, so we have focus on the positive, believe in your good luck. There, look at how thick this deck of cards is, gang. You guys saw me sit here and shuffle. And so, like, when we're talking about bring a gentle touch to the world that you want to create, you have to focus on the positive in order to do that. And you have to believe in your good luck. You have to believe that it's even possible. You have to believe in the possibility of good things. I know I've heard that everybody's in a little bit of compassion fatigue right now. It is becoming very hard to be hopeful when a lot of times we look around and we see things that are drastic in one way or another. And when things are changing so rapidly in a way in which we don't like, we can all, you know, Michael Jackson, man in the mirror, and choose to be the individual change for our own world. Like, you never know what a kind word from you can do for a person, what a word of encouragement can do for a person, how something as simple as that can change someone's life. But you have to believe in the power of your good luck. You have to believe in luck is the word that's used in this card, but luck is essentially just how much you listen to your intuition and are in alignment. That's what humans define luck as. That's, I was real lucky. No, you just listen to that little voice. You know, you'd be like, oh, I should have listened to the little voice. Yeah, if you had been, you'd have been like, oh, I was lucky. No, you just listen to the little voice. Notice how when you don't listen to it, you acknowledge the little voice, but when you do listen to it, you got lucky. Like, it's real interesting. But you are in control of your mind. You are in control of your thoughts. So you could let them spiral into negative possibilities and what ifs and all sorts of catastrophizing, or you could choose to be solution oriented. You could choose to focus on the good things. You can choose to focus on gratitude for the things that are going well, because as much as things aren't going, as much as there is chaos, there is always beauty within the world, and you just have to look for it. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to close out with our Moon Witch lost message. Bang. Celine, bring light into somebody's dark sky. I think that's the perfect message to end off on, because when that's all I was talking about, like how we can each be a blessing to each other or a detriment to each other. We can either have symbiotic harmony or we can have, you know, chaotic discord. And so like you have the choice. When you could be gentle and bring light into people's world. You have the power to do that. You have the power to change lives and inspire people. You have the power to love people and cherish people and give them memorable moments that they'll remember forever. Be blessed, be well, be naturally you. I love you guys.